Fact check. Based on the political context of Trinidad and Tobago as of March 2026, here is the verification of the facts surrounding Brian Manning's quote and the history of the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, HSF. The short answer: yes, the PNM government withdrew significantly from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, HSF, between 2015 and 2025. While Brian Manning, now an opposition MP following the PNM's defeat in the April 2025 general election, is criticizing the current UNC government's spending and potential withdrawals, official records show that the PNM administration, of which he was a part, withdrew over $2.5 billion, approximate $17 billion Trinidad and Tobago dollars, from the fund during their tenure. 1. Meaning of the quote. The quote appears to be a critique of the new UNC government. The promises they made to the unions refers to the UNC's 2025 election campaign pledge to settle outstanding public sector wage negotiations and increase salaries, a key platform of their victory. Manning is questioning how the new government will fund these increased expenses without depleting the HSF or raising taxes. 2. PNM government withdrawals, 2015 to 2025. Despite the critique implied in the quote, the PNM government relied heavily on the HSF to support the budget during their time in office, September 2015 to April 2025. Total withdrawals. Between 2016 and 2024, the PNM administration withdrew a total of approximately $2.6 billion from the HSF. Key withdrawal events. 2016 to 2019. The government made its first withdrawal in 2016 and continued to access the fund due to depressed energy prices. Pandemic era, 2020 to 2022, significant withdrawals were made to support social safety nets and pandemic relief. In 2020 alone, the government accessed over $900 million. 2023 to 2024. By June 2023, the total withdrawn under the PNM had reached $1.9 billion. Further withdrawals occurred subsequently, including a $160 million drawdown in mid-2024. Fiscal year 2025. In the fiscal year ending September 30, 2025, which spanned both the final months of the PNM government and the first months of the new UNC government, a total of $410 million was withdrawn. Deposits. Conversely, the PNM administration made very few deposits into the fund during their nearly 10-year term. Official reports indicate minimal capital contributions, primarily relying on the fund's investment income to maintain its value. 3. Summary. The historical record confirms that the PNM government established a precedent of regular HSF withdrawals to bridge budget deficits, accessing the fund multiple times between 2015 and 2025. Bottom line, the People's National Movement, PNM, withdrew about 4.5 times more from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund than the United National Congress, UNC, based on those totals. Simple way to state it. UNC, $775 million. PNM, $3.5 billion. PNM withdrew roughly 4.5 times more. Result, for each 5-year period in power, the PNM withdrew approximately $1.75 billion from the HSF. Comparison with UNC, 2010 to 2015. For the United National Congress, UNC, 5-year period. Total, $775 million. Simple comparison. Government 5-year withdrawal. UNC, 2010 to 2015, $775 million. PNM, per 5 years average, $1.75 billion. Bottom line, on average, each 5-year PNM term withdrew about $975 million more from the HSF than the UNC's 2010 to 2015 term.